the type of fire you're using. You understand?
Yes.
So we are there. So there is something we call, because we have already known what is fire, types of fire, classes of fire. Now we go to how to use the fire extinguisher. Because we've known now there is dry powder, there is wet chemical, there is foam, there is which one? CO2, right? Yes. There is H2O. So now we know how do we use fire extinguisher. First you need to know the type of fire you're putting out. You understand? You don't put off fire, you put out fire. Then when you know the type of fire you're putting out, you use the right fire extinguisher. And you need to check whether the fire extinguisher, it is expired or not. But we always do a check, like after every 2 months, you have to check the fire, the extinguisher, whether it's okay, or how do you know whether it's okay? If it's okay, the gauge should be where? At the center. Very good. If it's faulty, yeah, exactly. If it's faulty, it will be either this side or this side. But if it's okay, it should be at the center. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you take the fire extinguisher, then you use a method called pass method. Pass method, we have pull the pin. You pull the pin. Then you aim to the base of the fire. Base of the fire. We will come there because I had already told you that we have class K fire, which you don't use the base of the fire. You remember we talked about now the class K fire, that is F fire. So that one you cannot use the base of the fire, but the other one you use the base of the fire. Then after aiming, you squeeze the nozzle. When you squeeze the nozzle, you do what? You sweep to side to side. But you forgot one step. You have to remove the pin. Pull, aim, squeeze, and swap. So when the first thing you have to remove the pin. You understand what I'm saying? So when you put the fire, if the fire, it is extensive and you cannot be able to put it out, you have to wait for. Yes. And in security department, you're not allowed to call the fire brigade, you're not allowed to call police. You're supposed to, there is something we call chain of command in security. Let us just go there. What is security? Security is protection of life and property. Then we have something called chain of command. Is that so? And this one they will ask you. Chain of command, that is, we have security guard, we have security supervisor, we have patrolling supervisor, we have now CCTV operator. Are we clear? Yes. And then we have control room operator. Is that so? Yes. Then from control room operator, we have assistant operation manager. But before assistant operation manager, we have inspector. Sasawa? Then assistant operation manager. From assistant operation manager, now we go to operation manager. Operation manager is the one who is in the control room. Meaning control room is not a room. It's not a CCTV room. You understand? There is a difference between control room and CCTV room. You understand? Yeah. Control room is whereby all your data as security guards are kept in soft copy and hard copy. For instance, if you're supposed to be shifted from this side, maybe you're taken to Barwa Baraha, you are in maybe Matrakadin. So control room are the ones who will know. If there is any issue that happened probably in your side, nobody else will know. Control room are the first one people to know. If there is any incident or accident that happened, those are the people to know. If there is any shift, if there is sick leave, if there is any issue of payroll and everything, control room are the one who are controlling everything. So you understand the difference between CCTV and control room. So control room normally is not a CCTV operation room. You understand? Mostly actually is a data entry place. You understand? Yes. So from there, we say the types of security. Now we want we remember we said there is guarding, there is patrolling, there is access control, there is CCTV operation, there is dog section, and there is alarm attendant. So he will ask you, he might ask you, what is patrolling? Anybody can tell me what is patrolling? What is patrolling?
Patrolling is the movement of security around the premises.
No, that's a very correct answer. Another, someone else? What is patrolling? What is patrolling? Because these are the questions that they're going to ask you. Anybody? Anyone? Try what is patrolling?
Patrolling is movement of the security guard along the premises.
Movement of security guards along the premises. You say it is same the movement. So both answers are correct. But patrolling, you have to be very particular. Patrolling is moving in your assigned area. Are you understanding what I'm saying? It is not only moving. For instance, you are deployed here. You cannot go patrol in Central Police Station. You understand? You have to patrol here. You need to be very specific. Patrolling is moving in your assigned area to make sure that everything is in order. In a layman language, very simple English. It is moving in your assigned area to make sure that everything is in order. Because you cannot just, when you are assigned here, you cannot just stand and just wait for everything to happen. You understand? You have to patrol. And there is another thing he will ask you. If, for instance, you patrol and you find there is an issue in your location, probably there is one person who is intruder. What are you supposed to? What are the steps are you supposed to take?
Report to your supervisor.
Exactly. You remember first you have to ask him the issues, why he's there. You have to try to solve the issue by yourself first. You understand? If the issue is not solvable by you, now you have to do something we call chain of command. You understand? Yes. Chain of command, you call your supervisor. You cannot call directly, as we said, from here to there. You cannot call from here, then you call the operation or the control room. You first have to call your supervisor. Your supervisor has to inform the patrolling patrolling supervisor. We have patrolling supervisor. So there is something called chain of command, because if you call there and your supervisor doesn't know, this person will call the second person. The second person will call this one, and it will come here down. Then you will be in a very big problem. You understand? So you have to use chain of command. Is that so?
Yes, it is.
So I think those are the questions they will ask you, and then they might ask you. They might ask you, but I don't think they will ask you. They might ask you because you're going to maybe Hamad Hospital. You will be working in Hamad Hospital. So maybe they will ask you about fasting. What is fasting? When we go to fasting, what is fasting? Anybody? Anyone can try? Just try. What is fasting?
First attention taken to the patient.
He said what?
First response. First taken to patient.
Exactly. So both answers are correct, but you put it in a layman language. First aid is the first and immediate attention given to an injured person. Are we clear? Because we have an injured person here, that is why the person is given first aid. So it is the first and immediate attention given to an injured person. Are we clear? And as a security, for instance, someone has passed out. What is the first step you're supposed to do?
Check if it is safe for you to approach it first.
Exactly. That is correct.
Yeah.
Report to your scene.
Sorry?
Report to your scene.
Report the incident.
CPR attendant.
CPR attendant. Okay. Before you do CPR, first of all, you have to check. Safety starts with you as a person. As a security, your safety first. Because if you're not safe, you cannot be able to save life. You cannot be able to protect property. Are we clear? And we will come hand in hand there. We see what is protection and what is safety and security. Because it's almost hand in hand. Are we clear? Because those things they are going to ask you. So, in large, we have now CPR. It is cardiac pulmonary resuscitation. Are we clear? But before we go there, he said very correctly, you have to check your safety first. So you have to check the surrounding. Whether probably there is any electrical fault, probably you will try to go and save, and then you become, now, you end up to be like the same person. So you have to check. Then after that, you have to call for help. You understand? From help, if everything is okay, now you have to do now CPR. Okay? CPR, the steps of CPR, you cannot just go start CPR first. What is the first step you have to start? Do?
One knee down.
Exactly, one knee down, then 1, 2, 3. How many you go? 3 times, and how many counts? It's supposed to be, before it was 25. Right now you're doing, sorry? You have to do 15, but you have to go 100 counts. Then after 100 counts, you have to do what? You have to check the pulse. You understand? You check, what is a pulse, actually? Because probably I'm saying pulse, and what is a pulse? Exactly. Si unaonanga ile kitu unapatanga ina, that's a pulse. So you have to check the pulse. If the pulse are not responding, you have to continue with CPR until the help come. You understand? So they will.
Anyway, he's going to ask about AEDs.
No,
No.
he will not ask.
Okay.
What he will just ask the basic questions. He will ask you, just tell me about yourself. So you have to be very specific. And how you answer is how the questions will come. You understand? If you tell him, you know about AEDs, he will ask you, of course. You understand? If you don't know anything, don't step in. Random meaning you're moving cautiously. You understand? Patrolling is moving in your assigned area. You have to say in your assigned area. He's very correct, but you cannot patrol everywhere. You cannot just go patrol in Central Police and your location is here. Why your assigned your location is here. So you have to patrol in your assigned area to make sure that everything is okay. Patrolling is moving in your assigned area to make sure that everything is okay. Are we clear? What is access control? Anybody knows about what is access control? Because we talked about, we have patrolling, now he will ask you what is patrolling. So you have to tell them, patrolling is moving in your assigned area to make sure that everything is okay. Then,
access control, use of access cards.
yeah, that is very correct. You can say like that, but in a simpler and broader way, you say access control is controlling of movement of in and out of people, goods, or vehicles. You understand? In access control, you control. You know, it is very simple. This access is controlled. So it is access control. I cannot enter this place, or I cannot access this premises because it is controlled. Until maybe I give my ID, like the way he say, maybe I give my, mostly they're asking your ID. Like when you're coming to my office, there is one security who is there down. He will, what he does, he just will ask you ID before you go inside, and he asks you where you're going. Is that so? When you're coming to the office, there was a registration, right? So that access is controlled. You cannot just, you cannot just access it until you're given permission. You understand? For instance, in the supermarket there is, before you go to the supermarket, there is one either lady or a male or a female who will check you, then he will let you in. So that access is controlled, you understand? Probably in butter shoe company, whenever you're going to, like if you have a vehicle, you have to go, you give, the security will come, they will not open, They will come, they will ask your ID, they will write the number plate, then they will let you in. You understand? When you go to the airport, who have been in the airport, well, actually when you're going inside, there is a place where you have to go out, then the car will be checked, then you go inside, you remove your wallet and everything, then you have to go the other side. You understand? So that is access. That access is controlled. It is as simple as that. You understand? Access control is control of movement of in and out of either people, goods, or materials and vehicles. You understand? Anything that is checked before it enters or it comes out, it is called access control. That security point is called access control. You understand? Then you have CCTV operation, right? You know CCTV operation. It is in a enclosed room. Then we have the monitors, the DVR, and then there are some cameras outside. You understand? So that is type of security. Is that so? Then we have now the dog section. Everybody knows dog section. Is that so? When you're patrolling, some security will have dogs. So it's not a dog, it's called dog section. It's type of security. You understand? So that's another type of security. Are we clear? So those ones, we are clear with them. Then we have now, they can ask you about fire. How to use fire extinguisher. Before we talk about how to use fire extinguisher, let us first know what is fire. You understand? Because you cannot do like something that you don't know. You cannot use something that you don't know. If you don't know what is fire, can you be able to put it out? Do we put it out or we put it off? Yeah, you don't put fire off, you put fire out. So what is fire? We have fire triangle. What is fire? What is fire? Anybody? Okay, it's a burning? Okay. Exactly. He said exactly how it should be said. What is fire? And fuel. So it is called fire triangle. It has three. Fire triangle. He will ask you about fire triangle. So what is fire triangle? It's combination of heat, oxygen, and fuel. If you don't have one of those, you cannot have fire. Are we clear? If you don't have one of those, you cannot have fire. Are we clear? So those are fire triangle. And in fire, there is something we call smothering method. If, for instance, here we have fire, it's in the kitchen, there is one thing called fire blankets. So fire blanket, unafunika, ukifunika unafunikia nini? Oxygen. So you have removed one triangle of fire. So there will be no fire. Kama uko na oxygen na uko na fuel na una heat, kunaweza kuwa na moto? Kama uko na heat na una oxygen, for instance oxygen is there. Kama uko na heat na una fuel, utakuwa na moto? So you have to have the three. Are we clear? Is that so? We have to have the three. So fire. So how do you put fire out?
I use pass method.
Use pass method. Anybody who knows about pass apart from him? Pass method? You can stand. You can just stand.
The beat, aim at the base. You swing side to side. You put the beat. You aim at the base. You squeeze to the nozzle. Then you swing side to side.
To do what?
To swing to side so that you can put the fire.
Exactly. Not off. Out. Yes. And you? It is the same. So we call it pass method. You pull the pin. Okay? When you pull the pin, you squeeze the nozzle. Are we clear? Then after squeezing the nozzle, you aim to the base of the fire. You cannot just, you just first aim to the base of fire. Then you sweep to put fire out. But before that, you need to know the type of fire so that you can use the right fire extinguisher. Because we have so many fire types of fire extinguisher. For instance, it is electrical fire, then you use H2O. You know, you will not put the fire out. Actually, so you need to know, first of all, you need to know that this one is very very paramount, and I'm very categorical on this, that you need to know the type of fire so that you may use the right fire extinguisher. Are we clear? But before you come there, so that you may be able to know the type of fire, you need to know the classes of fire. Are we clear? Classification of fire. We have classes of fire. How many classes do we have? 6 classes. One
is water.
Water, which is class?
Class A.
One is water, which is class A. It is called what? Combustible?
Combustible materials.
Combustible materials.
Yeah,
Then?
using water, yeah.
Yeah, you use water. Then we have class B. Class B is which one?
Compatible gases.
No. Class B is which one?
Petrol.
Flammable liquids. E.g.
Petrol.
petrol. Then class C, flammable gases. Pepin, methane. Exactly. Then we have class E. Class E is which one? Is it class D? Class D is which one? Combustible metals. D10, D12, D16. If you want to know it, you just have to, you know D10 is metal, right? It is combustible metal. Then we have class E. Class E is which one? For E for electrical apparatus. It is called electrical apparatus. Then class F is which one? Okay. Cooking, oil and fat. So when you know this one, you know class E fire we extinguish with which fire extinguisher? CO2, right? So we have fire extinguisher. How many types of fire extinguisher we have? 5. We have 5 fire extinguisher. 1, water, foam,
Chemicals,
dry chemicals, wet chemicals, carbon dioxide. So which fire extinguisher can extinguish all this? So that is what you need to know. When they ask you, you need to use that one fire extinguisher because you cannot be able to cram all of them. That is where I was coming. Which fire extinguisher can extinguish all types of fire? Dry powder. Are we clear? So if you ask which fire extinguisher can be extinguished, which fire extinguisher can extinguish class A fire? Dry powder. Which can extinguish class E fire? Dry powder. Are you clear? And it is very clear. You have to have confidence. There is one person who was asked in an interview just the other day, and we had already discussed this. He was asked, class E fire you extinguish with which fire extinguisher? So it's foam. Bro, it is electrical fire. You cannot extinguish with foam. You understand? Don't, even in your mouth, don't bring any extinguisher called foam or water. Those ones don't use anywhere. You better use CO2 or dry powder in your answer when you're answering. Because they can extinguish most of the fire. You understand? But the one that it is advised to extinguish kitchen, class F fire and class E fire is CO2. Are we clear? That is the one that is recommended. Is that so? So we have now checked the fire extinguisher. We have checked what is security. Now we go in first aid. He can ask you, what is first aid? What is first aid? Can you say it loud? Because actually that is exactly how I would have said it. Can you say it loud, please?
Immediate assistance given to an injured and ill person waiting for professional medical help.
Exactly. First aid is immediate attention given to an injured person. Just, you don't add so many things he has had because we know, just don't add so many things. It is immediate attention given to an injured person. You understand? That is first aid. For instance, you get someone has passed out. You do what? There is something called CPR. What is CPR? Pulmonary resuscitation. Are we clear? How do you do it like this? Or how do you do it? You lock your fingers. Are we clear? So that you may not injure the patient, the injured patient or candidates, okay? But before all that thing, when you see an injured person, maybe he has passed out, first you need to check your surrounding. Whether there is any maybe electric apparatus or maybe there is issue. First you check your safety before their safety. You understand? After you check your safety before their safety, when you're safe now, you call for help. Are you clear? As you're doing that, help is coming. You understand? Then you will go. Before you do the CPR, you have to check the mouth. You understand? Because maybe he has choked something. Is that so? So you check the mouth. If there is nothing, now you can be able to put him in a flat area. Then you lock your fingers. Then 90 degrees at the chest. You do that. We call it press. Yeah? We call it what? Cardiac. You speak, bro. We call it what? Mostly we call them counts. Okay? How many counts we do per resuscitation? 3. Okay? And you will lock your fingers, then you don't, when you lock your fingers because you cannot use all your force. You're just using your 1, 2, 3. But you will go 15 count, then you check the pulse. What is the pulse? What is a pulse? What is a pulse? A pulse is a heartbeat. You will see probably sometimes it is here or here. Now because you're doing CPR, you have to check here. Is that so? You check the pulse. If the pulse is not responding, you continue with the CPR. Are we clear? Until the help comes. You understand? The medic comes. If, for instance, he recovers, you do what? You have done the CPR, then the patient recovers. What you're supposed to do? Sorry? Exactly. You put him in a recovery mode or recovery position. How do you put him in a recovery position? How do you put him in a recovery position? Are we understanding anything? Because maybe I don't want to go so, and I'm doing the basic one. Because these things they will ask you. It is different. They will ask you one or two. So at least you have an idea. You can be able to